Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. And today, I'm going to be talking about the 4-issue limited series, Star Wars Shattered Empire, by Greg Rucka and Marco Checchetto, published by Marvel Comics. This is, of course, a part of my journey to the sequel trilogy series, where I go through all the extended universe material published by Disney leading up to and instead during the sequel trilogy to see if it somehow makes it more better. I doubt it, but well, I'm going to take the journey, so you don't have to. Or perhaps you already did. And you can see how our opinions differ on certain works. As I stated previously, this comic series only consists of 4 issues. So there's not really a lot for me to go into. Spoiler free, so this video is going to contain, spoilers. So here we go. Issue 1 starts during the Battle of Endor. You see the chaos of the battle. The shield generator is not down yet. Starfighters, they're getting eaten up. Then all of a sudden, the signal comes through that, oh, the shield's down. Fighters, commence your attack. And while all this is going on, Poe Dameron's mother, Shara Bey, who was an A-Wing pilot, she notices, an Imperial shuttle fleeing the Death Star and heading towards the forest moon of Endor. So she zeroes in on it, and of course, it's the shuttle that Luke took after he defeated the Emperor. And so Luke's all like, oh no, don't kill me. And she's like, oh, okay, Commander Skywalker, I'll escort you. And then they're all celebrating down on Endor, and then Char goes to Han Solo, and she's like, hey Han, have you seen my husband? Kess, who was part of your squad that took out the shield generator? And he was all like, oh yeah, he's over there at the tent. So then she goes over there, they embrace, and as essentially the first issue, the parents that they were fighting this battle, one in space, one on the ground, they're reunited, and doesn't it just feel so good? Issue 2, a lot like issue 1, is kind of forgettable. Han Solo decides that they're going to do the Ewoks as solid, and they're going to go to the other side of the forest moon and take out the Imperial base there. Of course, Shara volunteers to pilot the shuttle that ferries the soldiers over to the new base. And I guess it shows that, she has such love for her husband, Kess Dameron, because she's nervously waiting because the mission's taken too long, right? They've been gone too long. But of course, the heroes save the day. They blow up the base. And she, pilots them back, and all's well that ends well. Alright, everybody. Editing Milwaukee here. And I just found out while putting this video together that I completely misrepresented what issue 2 was all about. It's so forgettable that I completely forgot it. So while I was over here in the editing process inserting the images, I realized that I completely misrepresented what issue 2 was all about. So allow me to rectify that right here, right now. And please bear with my voice, I'm just getting over COVID. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Issue 2 is the Emperor announcing to his Imperial officers to start Operation Cinder. And then there's this throwaway battle at Kawa City. And, the rebels, they win the battle. And then, right at the end of the issue, Shara gets assigned to fly Leia to Naboo. And then we kick off issue 3. So, there you go. Now you know. For me, issue 3 is the highlight of the series. Because not only does it showcase a part of Operation Cinder, but it's the one where Leia, or I should say, Shara, gets appointed by Mon Mothma as Leia's pilot while Leia goes to Naboo from episode 1 to negotiate with the new Queen of Naboo for Naboo to officially join the New Republic. And so, of course, they go there, and Operation Cinder starts kicking off during the negotiations with Leia and the new Queen. And so they all decide that they're going to get into the Naboo starfighters, these three ladies, and they're going to go up into space and they're going to take out the Star Destroyer and all the satellites that are, wreaking havoc on the weather patterns of planet Naboo during Operation Cinder. There's a cool moment here when Leia gets into the hangar that she has feels like a Force echo of Darth Maul, because it's the same hangar from Episode 1 where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon start battling Darth Maul. So I felt like that was really like a highlight of the issue. Here, Leia, she's Force sensitive, but she hasn't really started going down that journey yet because Luke just told her back in Episode 6 that they're related. But like I said, this is the highlight issue, even though it is kind of absurd that these three ladies and the three starfighters, take out a whole Star Destroyer, plus all the squadrons of TIE fighters, and they destroy, Operation Cinder. But I guess after all, the Force is female, so what can you do? Issue 4 is another strong issue. So Luke Skywalker needs a pilot to fly him to a planet where the Emperor has, a storage vault where he's holding some Jedi relics. So of course Luke, he gets Shara Bey to fly him out there, and the whole mission is that Shara is going to pose as an Imperial so that they can get into the vault and Luke can reclaim the lost Jedi artifacts. Well, the Imperial, I guess, garrison leader there knows that Shara is not who she says she is, but he decides to lead them into the vault anyway to spring a trap on them, and of course the trap backfires because it's Luke Skywalker we're dealing with here, right? So they battle their way out, and Luke, he gets the relic, which turns out to be a tree. There's 2 tree saplings or whatever in the vault that I guess was it the Jedi Temple. I don't remember a tree being there, but I guess it's been a while since I read the old stuff. So anyway, Luke ends up giving one of the trees to Shara Bey, and then her and her husband, Kes Dameron, they get honorably discharged from the rebellion, and they go and live their life happily ever after on the planet. To me, it looks like Yavin 4 from Episode 4, but it didn't say. And of course, she plants the tree in the front yard. Isn't that nice? Now I'm familiar with Greg Rucka. I read a lot of his work in comics before. I read his Batman stuff, his Wonder Woman stuff, Superman stuff that he did. So when I saw his name attached to this project, I knew it was going to be good. And it is. It's not bad. It's just, for me, it felt a little underwhelming. The story's kind of like a throwaway story. It introduces these new characters of, Shara Bey and Kes Dameron, post-parents, but it doesn't really tell you anything about who they are other than what they do for work. Oftentimes in comics, you'll find that, say Batman, for instance, he'll have a running monologue in his head as he goes about doing whatever it is he's doing in that issue. And I really feel like this series could have benefited from that, having us get a peek into Shara's mind if she's teaming up with Han Solo or teaming up with Leia or Luke. Really give us a sense of who she is as a character, because as of right now, she's just a blank slate. She's just an A-Wing pilot. And another thing that really grinded my gears with this issue is the fact that, Poe Dameron apparently has already been born. I thought this was going to be a story where the parents meet for the first time or something, but no, they already had Poe, and he's just, I guess he's at grandma's house while, Shara and Kes, they're over here in the rebellion, fighting an Endor. It's how are you going to abandon your kid like that, But I guess the idea is that the rebellion is more important. And, I don't know. I just thought that Poe would be born, after Endor, not before. So the fact that his mother, abandoned the kid, is one thing, I guess, to be a deadbeat dad and go join the war. But for the mother to go as well, I don't know. It's just something that bothered me personally. Maybe you were fine with it. Overall, I would say this story's biggest weakness is the sense that it's just there to be there. They introduce these new characters, but you don't really get a sense of who they are or where they come from. Like I said, it's just it's not a waste. It's just content for the sake of content, I guess. You don't really learn anything. Sure, it's cool to see Operation Cinder. And it's cool to see Leia, go to Naboo. Because her mother being Padme, of course. And it's but there's really not a lot of meat on the bone, if you know what I'm saying. The story is just there to be there. It's a tie-in to The Force Awakens. You don't really learn much about The Force Awakens in it, other than, you get to look at Poe's parents at the Battle of Endor. So, this story, like I said, it's just there. It's not a 5 out of 5, but it's not like a 1. I felt like it could have been better. So I'm going to have to give it a 3 out of 5. Because it was just, like I said, it was just there for the sake of being there. The art was good. Greg Rucka, he always delivers a solid story. It's just, I wanted more, I expected more, and I didn't get more. It's just, here you go. So, anyway, thanks for watching.